Author Dan Klefstad's newest adventure helps authors find readers without spending any money.
See, that's my kind of author, right?
Yeah, figuring it out.
Well, today he joins us to tell us all about the DIY book promo. So we want to welcome in Dan. Thank you so much for coming back.
Well, thank you for having me back. It's really great to see you too, and to talk about helping authors. You know, we're supposed to be poor, aren't we? We can't afford to spend money on marketing, professional marketing services. So based on my previous campaign, book campaign for the novel Fiona's Guardians, I wrote a book, DIY book promo, which shares all the information I learned, including how to co-brand with indie bookstores, how to pitch media for interviews, and if you're lucky, you'll get an interview spot at Everyday Kentucky, that kind of thing.
You know, and all of this is very difficult because starting off and trying to publish a book, you can have a script and you sending it off to all these different publishers, but that manuscript, if they're not interested in it or the readers aren't interested in the way that you're writing, that is very difficult. So how do you instruct people on how to do this? Because they're like this, the publishers will say, you know, just you're going to have to self-publish.
Well, that's why more than 2 million Americans self-publish every year, according to Bowker Publishing data. You know, and many of them find success that way. So they've paid for a professional edit, they've paid for awesome cover art, and then they realize, oh, now I got to market this book. How am I going to do that? And so that's why I am here to help. And I will also be presenting a DIY book promo PowerPoint session at the Imaginarium convention coming up July 19 to 21st at the Holiday Inn Louisville East.
Wow. So, now what's that conference all about?
Oh, this is a conference for authors, poets, filmmakers, creatives of all kinds, and they gather together every year. This is the 11th such convention, and they learn from each other, they network, they you know, inspire each other to be even more creative with their next venture.
Wow. So if we want to learn more information, where do we go?
Well, I have a website. I can't believe that this URL was available.
Okay.
DIYbookpromo.com.
Oh, so it's perfect.
Well,
that aligned with everything you needed. DIYbookpromo.com. So when we pick up a copy of this, what do we go into immediately?
Well, immediately I tell you that you're going to have to do the work. Unless you're famous, you are not going to sell books by just sitting at home and with drinking coffee. You're going to have to write to, we'll find out what a really good book reviewer you know, is, and I also teach which book reviewers to avoid and which to pitch, how to pitch news media, how to pitch bookstores. I mentioned I co-brand with indie bookstores. I try to share as many photos of my book being held by a smiling bookseller, and then I tag the bookstore on Facebook and Instagram, and then that's how I let people know that they can not only find my book, but they can find it at their local bookstore.
Social media is great for that.
It
really is to be able to tap into that, because the market is in the millions of people from around the world.
And it's a free resource, just like email. And another thing you're going to need as an author, you're going to need an email list. I've got a powerful one that I send a lot of emails out, and of course I write to a lot of bookstores.
So if we're interested in seeing this book, what website should we go to? Where can we catch your other books?
Oh, okay. The vampire novel Fiona's Guardians, which we actually talked about last October, is still available in bookstores. You can find it in all the online spaces. There is an online resource if you want to support indie bookstores and have the convenience of shopping at home. Go to bookshop.org. And that allows you to shop online, but also name the indie bookstore that gets the profits.
Wow,
awesome.
that is awesome.
Well, Dan, we appreciate you being here. And of course, if you need help, you want to get out there, DIYbookpromo.com. Check it out.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dan.